Joe, a lead of 400 with 2 days to go. You must be pretty content with the position you find yourselves in.
Yeah, good position to be in. Obviously, it's still going to be tough being a bowler down. But yeah, look, really happy with where we're at. Obviously, a little bit disappointing to lose a few wickets tonight, but grand scheme of the game, we're in good position, in control of the game, and come out tomorrow and start well and keep driving it home.
How has the pitch changed over the 3 days you've kind of batted on it in day and in evening and fielded when they batted? Have you seen it change considerably over that time?
Oh, look, it's a good wicket, very good cricket wicket. Obviously, with the 40-degree weather, it's going to obviously naturally deteriorate from there, but I think it's been a good wicket for everyone.
Joe, did you get the sense there, especially in that last session, that the Kiwis are sort of going for a bit of a plan to bowl short and, I guess, try and get you guys in the pull and sort of around the bat there?
Yeah, I think obviously the 5 fielders they had on the pull shot gave that away, but look, we spoke about it. They've done it to us in the past. They've done it to all sorts of different teams. We knew that tactic was coming, in particular if we got through the new ball and got through the swing. And we spoke about just being clear with how we wanted to play it. It's always disappointing when you lose wickets, no doubt, but look, credit to the New Zealand bowlers as well to get through the overs that they've done and to keep executing the short ball for long periods of time. They've bowled well, and look, it's probably why they're number 2 in the world as well.
I know it sounds like a given. Is it tricky to contend with, especially when they're sort of drawing up runs like they have? I mean, they've sort of got Steve in the exact same fashion twice doing that. Is that tough?
It's tough because they're executing the balls that they want to bowl. It's easier said than done to say that you're just going to come around the wicket or for Wagner to bowl long periods of the short ball to that field. It's not much margin for error if you miss. If you bowl bad balls, you're obviously going to leak a lot of runs. But like I said, credit to them. They've done it for long periods of time. It's a big part of their bowling plans. And as a batter, you just try and wear them down and try and pound some bad balls. But look, they didn't miss too many times. They didn't give us too many free runs, as can happen with that theory. And like I said, I think it's why they're the number 2 Test team in the world. And look, they've bowled well.
I suppose it doesn't matter now, but just in terms of the tactics for pink ball tests as opposed to how you might set up a red ball game, if you hadn't lost all those wickets tonight, do you think you would have tried to bat for the best part of 2 sessions tomorrow?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think in places where, like the Gabba, where it can swing around under lights, perhaps you kind of take it as it comes, and we're constantly talking on the fly. Kind of go into these games with no preconceived ideas, and you let the game naturally evolve and make some decisions as they come. I think this game is, you just let the game run its course, and I don't think that under lights is necessarily tougher to bat. I actually think that now during the day, with the heat into the wicket, it can be just as tough. We'll have to see how the game unfolds from now.
Do you think the ball needs to be new at night to do something with it?
Obviously, it helps. I think a new ball obviously is always going to swing more and be faster off the wicket, and not so much here, but I think in venues where you get a bit of dew on the wicket, it can really quicken up the wicket and start to fly through from there. Combined with the swing, it can be tough to start as a batter, but as an opener, I always find it tough to start regardless of when. So, I don't think that the tactics come into it too much here, given the weather and how the wicket's played.
In terms of a ballpark figure, what sort of lead would you guys be comfortable with?
Look, as many as possible. I think also time comes into it as well. We're just going to bat into a good position and get bowling from there. Obviously, it changes the dynamic a little bit without our third quick, so we have to consider that as well. And just manage it as best we can. We're really fortunate that we've got the GOAT, a world-class spinner that can take fifer, as he did last year. And that plays a big part of our tactics as well.
I was just going to ask about Line as well. Obviously, he took 8 wickets here last year. How important do you think he'll be going into that second innings for New Zealand?
Yeah, going into the fourth innings, of course, your spinner comes into it as well, and look, Nath will play a big part in the fourth innings, no doubt. I've already seen that the wicket has spun; it's bouncing as well. Look, it's a great cricket wicket. If you bat well, you can make runs. Bowl well, you take wickets. So obviously, Nathan bowls very well in the fourth innings, so expecting him to take a few wickets.
Joe, you spoke about New Zealand's short pitch strategy, but when you think of short pitch strategy, you think of like big fast bowlers bowling like 140, 150. So, like, can you describe like how different a challenge it is when you're facing that at like say closer to 130 or 132?
It's awkward because you feel like you can play it. Sometimes, when guys bowling 150 bowling at you, well, for me, I'm scared, so I'm backing away, just trying to get out of the way. At the speeds they bowl, it's quite challenging. It's different because they're asking you to play the shot to get off strike, and you're bringing in all their catches. Like I said, credit to them because they can execute for long periods of time. They've done it really well this Test match in the heat with a bowler down, to keep putting in a good spot and to keep asking the batter questions. It can be a risky tactic, like I said, because if you bowl bad balls or don't put in the right areas, you can leak a lot of runs really quickly. But credit to them, they're experienced bowlers. They've done it for a number of years now, and they find a way to keep creating wickets when the wickets do flatten out.
In general, with the pink ball test, the third session seems to be the trickiest, particularly for batting. Do you reckon batsmen will get better at handling those conditions overall, perhaps when the ball's swinging a bit more and the like?
Yeah, I've certainly found this Test match, given that we've had some continuity with the pink ball, that it's certainly become a lot easier to pick up, no doubt. I think it's one of those things that the more you expose yourself to anything, the easier it becomes, and you're really clear with how you want to play it. I don't think that here the night session necessarily becomes that much harder from a visibility or swing perspective. I think we've seen swing consistently through the entire game. I think it's more the wickets where you get dew on the surface, Adelaide and Brisbane. You certainly find that the wicket quickens up. I don't think that this wicket's quickened up under lights. I think it's obviously a little bit different. Maybe there's an adjustment period for the batsmen, but look, we're starting to play enough pink ball cricket now that we've been exposed to it a few times.